What is up, guys? This is Practice Peace and Love, wishing you peace and love in your life today, coming at you with positive vibes. Are you depressed? Well, guess what? I suffer from some serious depression, and I know that because of the way I see it affecting my life. And if depression is affecting your life, then this video is for you. I am not a doctor, but I got some tips and I got some words for you and I got some love for you, and maybe that can help you out today. So check it out. When you're suffering from serious depression, it just seems like no matter what, you don't feel like doing anything, even the things that you love to do. And that's the biggest obstacle, because we have to do so much in our waking life, especially if you're a parent. There's lots that you have to do. And if you don't do those things, there's going to be serious problems. You gotta feed your kids, you gotta clothe your kids and bathe them, you gotta feed and clothe and bathe yourself, you gotta take care of your house and keep your house clean, you gotta take care of all the responsibilities at your job, you have to take care of all the responsibilities of your class if you're in school or if you're enrolled in college. There's so much you have to take care of. There's a lot you have to do in life. There's lots of doing in life, lots of responsibilities. And if you're suffering from some serious depression, it's going to be hard to fulfill those responsibilities. So check it out. To help you to fulfill the things that you need to do in your life, to help you to feel the way that you need to feel in your life, you got to check how you're talking to yourself. You got to say, I love myself, I love my life, I love my home, I love my family, I love my daughter, I love my cat, I love the sun, I love the sky, I love the morning, I love the evening, I love everything, I love life, I am happy, I am strong, I am clarity, I am peace, I am love. Wake up and say that in the morning, and believe it and say it and believe it and say it and believe it. A lot of people believe that positive self-talk, with this, you're talking to your cells in your body. Your cells are alive. I mean, duh. So this has been proven in a way, this concept, this idea that talking to something improves its health. This idea has been proven through experiments that I cannot post links to, but I've just heard of it, and I'm inclined to believe it. Could be false, but I'm very inclined to believe that saying kind words to plants, or putting on certain kinds of music, the vibrations. See, words and music and all that energy, it's vibration, and there's good vibrations and bad vibrations. And if you give a plant or a person or your cells lots of good vibrations, there's going to be some good health, and vice versa. With bad vibrations, it's going to cause some bad health or influence some bad health. So influence yourself in a positive way by doing some positive self-talk every single day, to the point where you believe it. I love myself, I love my life, I am strong, I am peace, I am love, I am getting smarter every day. Just say it. Say it to yourself, the things that you need to hear every single day. If you're suffering from some serious depression, you need to say, I am overcoming this. I am having a happy day today. I have peace today, I have clarity today. Say it to yourself. And something else that can really help if you're suffering from some serious depression like me is you need to have an arsenal organized of things that you know that you like to do. Oh, we got a beautiful little dog over there. Everyone say hi to the dog. Hi. It's the neighbor's dog. Neighbor's dog likes to bark when he hears any little bit of noise. So have an arsenal of things that you enjoy doing lined up, so that when you're not working or when you're not going to school, when you're home, and when the depressed feeling can come and it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You just cast that aside. You just do what you enjoy doing. Some people like to sit there and watch TV. I don't, because it makes the feeling worse for me. If it doesn't make it worse for you, then you can go ahead and do it, especially if you're someone who works or goes to school. You're doing something towards your goal. You're having income, or you're working towards a degree of some kind, so you're making progress in your life. But if you're not making much progress in your life, say if you're not working or you're not in school, moi, then TV is not an option. You can't watch TV if you're not working and you're not in school. It's just you're not going to feel better about yourself. I mean, unless it doesn't cause you to feel any more depressed than you already do. But check it out. If you play an instrument, or if you're interested in things like meditation, or if you're interested in history, if you're interested in exercise or yoga, there's so many things to research and to learn about. If you're not working or if you're not in school and you're feeling really depressed, there's lots of things to learn, and that can really help you to feel better. Learning creates a dopamine blast in your brain, and it helps you to literally feel better when you learn things. So get reading, read stories, read books, and and I said watching TV isn't good for depression, but watching history documentaries on YouTube is a little bit different if it's for the purpose of learning, right? I mean, I do it. I do it. I don't watch TV, but I watch history documentaries on YouTube, and it helps me. It's interesting. It helps me to feel like I'm learning things I didn't know before, because um, when I was in school and we were taking history classes, it's really hard to engage in the story of history because you're in a school environment, and just all the conditioning and all the feels and the energy of being in a school environment, and that didn't help me to take in the history and to actually get interested in it and to want to dive into it. I just had a mental wall, and I just wasn't learning anything at all about history. It was not interesting at all to me. So I'm 25 years old now. I graduated high school in 2011, and history is something that fascinates me, where people came from, where not just my people, but people in general, where people have come from in the world, and what has happened in the world is fascinating to me, because when you learn about all these different cultures, um, especially like Greeks and the Romans, you just see so much of their influence in modern day society, and it's interesting and it gets you thinking more. So that's just my little rant on like learning about history to help with depression. So just remember though, if you're suffering from depression, just smile right now. Be happy and smile on this moment right now. Even if you're feeling sad, smile on it, because you are alive. You are here, and the sky is beautiful, and the trees are beautiful, and there's air to breathe in, and you can go whenever you want. You have the freedom to look into whatever you want and to explore whatever you want. Maybe you don't have a car. Maybe you're like me. You don't have a car or a license, so you can't go anywhere. But you know what? If you have the internet and you're watching me right now, that means there's a lot that you can explore today, right after this video, to help you with depression. You can learn about history. You can go on night drives. I mean, that can lead to depression though if you're not listening to one of those self-help talks. See, one thing that can really help with depression is that I do a lot is I listen to a lot of self-help talks. I listen to Eckhart Tolle, I listen to Muji, I listen to Gangaji, and people like that. I recently discovered Kim Eng, and they talk about mindfulness, they talk about meditation, they talk about doing nothing, and drifting into the now and drifting into peace, because what we naturally are as beings, as living beings, naturally we are peace. We are peace, and we drift into that effortlessly. We drift into clarity and peace effortlessly, and it's hard for us to effortlessly drift into peace because we're just conditioned our whole life, to try to get this and try to get that and try to do this and try to think that and try to learn this, and we strain on everything. We strain on our thoughts, we strain on our focus, we strain ourselves to do everything. And some of us know people, some of us have family members that constantly just strain and struggle and get tense and stress over everything. And if you're like me and you're suffering from depression, that's not something that's going to help you. So allow, just allow yourself to drift, allow yourself to come into peace, and couple that with some positive self-talk like I was mentioning earlier, and that just might help you get out of this little rut that you're in right now for now. And you know what, there's lots of things I know of that are quick fixes, like all the things I mentioned: positive self-talk, learning history. I didn't mention breathing. Everyone talks about breathing, uh, and I bet you're probably sick of seeing that, because if you're watching my video, you've probably already seen depression videos and people telling you to breathe and to just breathe. It is great. It is great, but breathing by itself isn't going to do much. You have to allow yourself to be peace. You have to allow yourself to drift into peace for breathing to do much. Everything kind of has to couple in. And here's another thing: what you eat, what you put into your body, you are what you eat. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And so, if you eat a lot of vegetables and you're eating a lot of fruit, and you're not eating chips, if you're eating pasta or bread instead of chips, you're probably going to feel a lot better. If you're eating fruit and vegetables instead of steak and fried chicken and fast food, then you're probably going to feel better with the vegetables and the fruit and the pasta and the bread. That's what I love to eat. And it makes me feel better. Like, dude, seriously, last time I had a steak, I felt like crap for like 2 or 3 days. And then before that, when I had let's see, pizza. Dude, I just had like 6 pieces of like this awesome New York style pizza with pepperoni on it. My mouth is watering thinking about it, but it made me feel so crappy for again, like 3 days. Um, Emotionally, eating meat, like emotionally, I feel terrible when I eat meat. And so for the most part, I just stick to a vegetarian diet. I do eat junk food here and there, but for the past few days, I have not had any like chips or anything, because chips make me feel like crap too. It's like what's coming to mind right now. It's like eating glass. I don't know. It just makes me feel really crappy. so so to help you with depression, positive self-talk. Today's a beautiful day. I am happy. I am strong. I am peace. I am love. Um, Eat healthy food. I don't have a list in front of me, so all the orders are messed up. So when I'm ratting off everything I mentioned, it's probably not gonna come out in the order that I mentioned it, because I don't script anything. I just do it. Because if I sit there and write it down, then my mind is gonna stop me from getting the video out. You wanna know what's funny? Is just trying to get this video out, so much crap happened. There was the lawnmower out there in the golf course. There was the dog barking. There was the kitty meowing, wanting food. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna go and get the kitty food. And then there's ants all over the barrel for the kitty food. And I'm like, dude, oh my god, now there's like ants in the kitty food. That's like sad. And I got mad. I threw the kitty bowl down in the garage, and I left the garage, and I was like, ah, man. It's like everything's trying to stop me from doing what my heart is telling me to do. But you know what? I turned around and I said, no, I'm going to get this done. And I put the kitty food in the bowl anyway, because I don't have a car to go drive to the store to get kitty food. And I came back outside and I decided to make the video. And one of the biggest things about depression is like the depression can stop you from doing the things you love, like playing your instrument that you love, and you have to get up and not give up. You have to get up and not give up. Um, and it feels really good to just get up and do it, even though the depression is saying no, no, no. And it might not feel good at first, but when you're seeing yourself, you're like, dude, I'm doing it, even though I didn't want to do it. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but when it's you doing it, it's a big deal, because you're overcoming depression when you choose to just do it. And but I really want to stress, positive self-talk. That's the biggest one, because like a minute after the positive self-talk stops, just a minute after, the mind is going to throw in painful memories, and it's going to throw in like insecurities, and it's going to throw in the thing you want that you can never have. It's going to throw in all these desires and these disappointments and anxieties from the future, and oh, the crossroads in the future. But you say, no, those are all thoughts. Thoughts are not true. Thoughts can manifest things, and thoughts can create things. Like all these bad thoughts I just mentioned can manifest stress and depression. But the thoughts themselves aren't even true. The thoughts are creating real depression, but the story of the thought is not true. Like that crossroad in the future that I'm so worried about is making me anxious and depressed, is it's not going to work out the way that I want it to work out. But what's the worst that can happen if it doesn't work out the way that I want it to work out? What's the worst that can happen if it doesn't work out the way that you want it to work out? Even if the worst thing happens and you go through so much pain, it's not going to be that bad if you stop listening to your thoughts and you allow yourself to drift into presence, to drift into the peace, to do your positive self-talk, to identify your thoughts. Your thoughts are not true. Your thoughts are not you. Do not believe your thoughts. Recognize that they're just thoughts. And you will start to find a space. You will start to find some freedom around all this suffering, around all this depression and stress that you're experiencing. So, with the mouthful aside, I am here with you right now, and you are not alone. There's so many people that are suffering from depression. Almost everyone in society is suffering from depression, man. And I already said it. I'm one of them. I feel like I suffer from some serious depression, and I want you to know that you're not alone. So many people are suffering from this. So many people feel this pain, this numbness, where you just don't want to do anything. You don't feel like doing anything, but it's just an idea. It's just a thought. So listen to me. Don't listen to your thoughts. Tell yourself right now, I am peace. I am love. I am strength. I am clarity. I can do anything. There are infinite possibilities, and I can do anything right now. And smile on the moment. Smile on the moment. One thing I forgot to mention was exercise. If you just work out once a day, just like even a short workout, even if it's just like 10 push-ups, just 10 push-ups, you will feel better about yourself. If you just do a short workout every single day. Hello, doggy. The dog likes to come and go. But a short workout every day helps you to feel like you're committing to something every day, and you get a fulfillment out of that, and it helps to lessen the depression that you may be suffering from. And it helps me because I do exercise every single day. I do more than 10 push-ups every day. I do 30 push-ups every day. And I do curls, I do squats, I do sit-ups, I do shoulder exercises, and it helps me to feel better. And it really does. It really does. And exercise actually reminds me to meditate too. So all these different things that I'm mentioning to you, positive self-talk, drifting into peace, exercise, researching history, all of these things can really help you to just like feel normal and just feel like you're doing something, you're learning something, you're bettering yourself. And that feeling like you are bettering yourself is what will save you from depression. That is what will lower your depression to a point where it's manageable, and you can live your life, and you can be good for your family, you can be good for others, you can be good for yourself, you can be good at your job, you can have the mental space to learn things from your school, from your class, and it'll help you just live a better life. So I hope you enjoyed this moment that I had with you, and I'm wishing you a positive, happy day. I love you, and I thank you for being with me today. This is Practice Peace and Love, wishing you peace and love in your life today. Out.